to understand Bath and you never be mad. Cause love ain't an issue when a nigga need cash. And you do too with your shoes, nails, and bags. So what better read and get just and fast? I school you to this. Sometimes you gotta do what you don't want just to get right with your chips. So shorty do you and I'ma do me and live. And stay a good girl, you might end up in my crib. But right now it's red eye flights and short visits. Hard D all in your gut to be explicit. Live it. Crystal, dreams, blings, and lots of fun.
Guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is going to be a sample shopping episode. You, of course, know this is sponsored by my good friends over at decantshop.com. Max 12 is going to save you 12% off your entire order. Every fragrance referenced here is available at decantshop.com. And again, they're getting tons of new fragrances in every week, which is why I decided to, or we decided mutually to start working with each other again. I just thought it was a great opportunity to get to smell some different things and give you guys opinions on them, honest opinions. Obviously, I can say whatever I want about these fragrances, which is why I love this partnership so much. decantshop.com, link will be in the description, end of the video, and you can use my coupon code MAX12. So let's get right into it. The first fragrance we have is from the house of Acqua de Parma, and it is called Lavanda Tonica. I did not know this fragrance ever existed. It's a lavender tonic fragrance that Acqua de Parma introduced in 1999, and it is super hard to find. You can get 10 ml bottles of it online. I've seen them on eBay and other places, but other than that, it's virtually impossible to get like a 100 ml or 50 ml bottle of this. So if you're interested, good luck, but it's just kind of hard to get. I really like Acqua de Parma. I know they are doing a new blue fragrance. I forget, I think it's centered around Shinato, which is a bitter orange drink in Italy. It might also be a fruit, I'm not sure, but I've always had like Shinato as a bitter drink that San Pellegrino made. So I know that that's their new blue fragrance. I know they recently also did a upscale line that's pretty expensive. But as I said, hard to get this one. The notes on it are orange blossom, lemon, bergamot, and lavender, and it came out in 1999. Now for me, guys, and again, I'm looking at all these on smelling strips. It's nice. It is like a lavender eau de cologne. It's not more than that to me. It's nothing special. I don't even want to say it's like if they did a blue line lavender fragrance, because I think it's a little bit less than that. Those blue fragrances are kind of last on the skin. They're not horrible. They're at least eau de toilette, if not eau de parfum. And to me, this is like an eau de cologne. This is like a tonic. It's like a 4711 fragrance plus. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more than that. It's very nice. It's very clean. It's a nice, fresh, clean lavender if you like that. I just don't know how long it'll last on your skin. It's a little bit green. It's interesting. It's a nice reference to see what Acqua de Parma can do with lavender, because to my knowledge, they really haven't done a lavender fragrance since, and who knows if they'll do another one. Maybe this was their one go, but it's just not great, and I have to be honest with you, and it's very short-lived. So the next one we're going to go to is Aventus for Her by Creed, and this one, guys, came out in 2016. So I guess let's talk about the notes first. And the notes at the top are patchouli, green apple, bergamot, a lemon, pink pepper, and violet. In the middle, we're going to get Mysore, sandalwood, rose musk, and styrax. In the base, we're going to get sweet peach, blackcurrant, lilac, lang lang, and amber. The Creed price for this is between $270 and $405. It is significantly reduced online. Let me just see that. And we all know what Aventus is. We know the lore it has in our community, and this is good. This is a good version of this for women. I have to give Creed some props. There's nothing original about it. It smells like a really well done fruity floral women's designer fragrance. I saw a lot of dudes in the community saying they'd wear this. Would I wear this? Perhaps. It's not something I'd reach for. I'd never buy this. And to be honest with you, at the price point, I would not want a girlfriend or a woman wearing this, just because on women personally, and we're going to probably do a women's episode of sample shopping in the future. For me, I like clean florals like Cristal by Chanel, Durissimo by Dior, or like darker, deeper sort of resinous scents. Like I like Mitza on a woman. I like some even Coromandel by Chanel, Kier de Roost. I don't like really these fruity florals, and that's what this is. This is a fruity floral. It's a really well done fruity floral that I think could be worn by a man or a woman. But when I smell this, to me, it doesn't smell like a $300 fragrance. It's a really fruity floral. You're gonna get all the fruit notes they mention, all the florals they mention. I don't know if there's Mysore sandalwood or styrax or patchouli in this, but it's a good fruity floral. It's good. It's a good version. Creed did a good job with this for a woman's Aventus. I just wish they'd done something a little bit more different or unexpected or just better. But it's not a bad fragrance, if that makes sense. Next one is from the House of Escentric Molecules, and this one is called Molecule 01. Now, I have most of the Escentric fragrances, 1 through 3, I think. I'm missing a couple of the Molecule ones. I have now Molecule 1, I think, and 2. I don't have 3 or 4, which I think are Javanol. Yeah, I don't know. I have the Ambroxan one, and now I have the ISO-E Super. I really like this brand. I own Escentric 01, which I really like. This fragrance was done in 2006 by Giza Schoen. The latest edition, which is 4, features Javanol as the special molecule. Pricing on Molecule 1 is $135 for the big bottle, but FragranceNet has that bottle for $65, and that's 125 ml. Now, I want to just make a quick statement on this. This is ISO-E Super, which is a fragrance molecule and alcohol. And when this dropped, there were a lot of fragrance reviewers that made videos and said, yo, you can just buy ISO-E Super, mix it with alcohol, and you have a Molecule 1. That is factually incorrect. And I just want to explain to you why. ISO-E Super is a chemical that you can easily obtain, but there's different grades of ISO-E Super. There's something called ISO-G Super, ISO-Gamma Super, which I think is what was used to make this. And the different grades of ISO-E Super, the better the quality of ISO-E Super, and you can't get a great quality ISO-E Super commercially. They're reserved for the big fragrance houses. But the better quality of ISO-E Super you get, the more isomers it has. And the more isomers that your ISO-E Super has, the better it's gonna last and smell. So it's like saying, oh, I got heroin from the dude on the corner, and the Escentric Molecules is getting heroin from straight from the source, right? Wherever in Turkey or wherever the poppy fields are. You both have heroin, but the dude you got it from the corner, you're getting that like 2%, right? Heroin, if that. And the dude, you're getting it from straight from the poppy fields, you're getting that raw, uncut, you know, shoot it and fucking go to the hospital and pass out and die type shit. And that's the same thing. Yeah, you can make Molecule 1 at home with ISO-E Super, you get from Perfumer's Apprentice or wherever, but it's not going to be ISO-G Super. It's not going to have as many isomers, a higher percent of isomers as the stuff that Giza Schoen is using. So you're not making the same product you can get when you buy Molecule 1. So with that said, this is beautiful. This is really good ISO-E Super mixed with alcohol. I can smell it in a smelling strip for days and days and days. You can layer a fragrance on top of it. I personally would do that. I don't like layering anything personally, but this is just something you could spray on, just feel really comfortable. ISO-E Super is really woody and sweet and just comforting. It kind of smells like warm skin. It's beautiful, and this is beautiful. I don't know that I'd buy this. I would just try to probably personally, since I'm trying to make my own perfumes, get my hands on a better version of ISOE Super and try to do this myself. But if you just want to wear a fragrance that really isn't a fragrance and just sort of smell natural and good, I don't think you can do much better than Molecule 01. So I love this. That's me though. And then guys, we're gonna finish with, man, a fragrance that was just super, super hyped and I wanted to smell it forever. It is called 1821. It is called Sweet Tobacco by 1821 Man-Made. There was stupid hype surrounding this fragrance a couple months ago, 6 months ago maybe a year ago. It was a 2016 release with notes of citrus, saffron, tonka, vanilla, exotic fruit, red wine, musk, and woody notes. $80 on their site. They have a reserve edition of this in a 750 ml bottle for $495. This has been compared to everything from Back to Black to Tobacco Vanille to Harrod to Pure Havana, etc. And I'll tell you guys, I get really 2 notes out of this and that's it. I get tobacco, and I get one of the most realistic honey notes I've ever smelled in my life. I do not know how they made this honey accord, but it is absolutely fantastic. It literally smells like honey out of the bear bottle that you squirt and it drips out the sides. I don't get anything else really. I don't get citruses. I don't get saffron. There are people who say this smells like red wine. I really, please go swirl some Pinot Noir Cabernet, good Pinot Noir Cabernet, Barolo Amarone. Swirl that around and really tell me you smell that in this, because I don't smell a drop of it. This is honey and tobacco and probably some vanilla. I don't think there's any saffron in this as well. But what they did here is they either made a fantastic honey accord. They got, there's a couple of honey materials that are very hard to get from some of the big producers like IFF Fermentation. There's one in particular, I forgot the name of it, but it's really hard to get. And it is like the latest super duper honey specialty in the synthetic world. I think it even has some naturals in it. And I'm trying to get my hands on it, and I haven't smelled it yet, but I'm wondering if they took that, they mixed some tobacco absolute in here, tobacco accord, maybe some vanilla, and called it a day. Because this smells like dripping honey and some tobacco and vanilla. It is fantastic. I've never smelled anything like this. It does not smell like Back to Black. It doesn't smell like Harrod. It doesn't smell like Tobacco Vanille. It is its own beast. And the hype is real on this one. This is, if you want to smell like honey's dripping off you, get this. And because this is really it. This is great. So guys, if I'm ranking these, and you guys know, I know you guys like me to do that. I'd say Molecule 01. I'm actually gonna go number 1 with Molecule 01. For the price you can get it, I think this is a great, I'm not trying fragrance that's gonna make you smell fantastic. Next, I'd go Sweet Tobacco. I think this is different, this is good, and this is under $100. I think you could get either of these and be winners. Third, yeah, I'd go Aventus Her. I think this is expensive though. And I wouldn't wear it. You might want to try it, see if you want to wear it. And I think for me, it's not something I'd want to see in a woman. And fourth, I'd go with the Acqua de Parma Lavanda. The Acqua de Parma, for me, I like to have a sample of this in my collection just because it's so rare, so hard to get your hands on. But it's just an eau de cologne lavender fragrance. Would I purchase any of these? Probably not. Perhaps 1821 Man-Made Tobacco. I'd like to try to make that, but I'd recommend getting a sample at least of the Man-Made Tobacco and perhaps the Escentric Molecule. The Escentric Molecule is so cheap you might just want to get a bottle of it, but I really enjoyed those two, and the Creed is certainly interesting, and the ADP is interesting just because it's impossible to get your hands on anything other than a 10 ml. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you. I think we're gonna have 2 or 3 more of these. We got a bunch of fragrances left, probably 2 more, might be 3, and then hopefully Decant Shop will keep getting new stuff in, and I'll be able to keep bringing these to you. Please go to decantshop.com, use that coupon code MAX12, and I'll see you next week. More videos. My name obviously is Maximilian.
Don't mistake the name is Ghetto, F-A-B-O-L-O-U-S. I had you checking on your wife, and if I was a woman and man, it'd be the best 60 seconds of her life. Come on. Crystal, dreams, blings, and lots of fun. It don't matter. Just